We only have a few more days on the island of Koh Kood, so I decided that I wanted to do a motorbike tour of the whole island from the top, well, almost to the top, to the accessible part, to the very bottom. I'm gonna start right here at Secret Sunset Beach, which is not a very touristy beach. All the trucks, when they bring you in from the pier, they cross the island and they go straight south. So anything above the main tourist areas, the trucks usually don't go up here. There is a few resorts up here, but these are pretty private beaches. There's not a lot of stuff going on. There's also not a lot of amenities, but it is more secluded and you get more of like that traditional type of vibe. Wow, it is so windy on the beach today. I don't know if there's a storm coming. I hope not, because I'm like 40 minutes on a motorbike from my resort. So let's hope it doesn't start raining. But we're gonna start here at the Secret Sunset Beach. There's really not a lot going on. It's pretty early in the morning. The beach is pretty rough. We're just gonna head south, stop at some of the bigger cities, bigger as in little sections that have some tourist amenities and stuff. We'll try and stop at each one and look at the beach and drive through the city and kind of can see like what is in each section. And I will put the names of the closest beaches and places I stop on the screen. There is a waterfall right here. Not really sure how far it is because I can't read the sign. Unfortunately, I can't do an island motorbike tour and a waterfall hike today. Pro, I found bathrooms. Con, they're terrifying. Better than nothing, I guess. It's one thing about Asia is you just never know where you're going to be going to the bathroom. You could walk into a luxury bathroom with a bidet, or you could walk into a bathroom with a hole in the floor. So one of the coolest things about Asia, especially Thailand, is how unbelievably trustworthy the people are here. Look at this. So I went to the bathroom and I went for a walk and I left my phone and my keys and my other camera on my bike. And you know what? When I got back, it's still here. It's always like this. You go to a coffee shop, you have your laptop and everything, you can leave it there. You can leave it there and like just leave and come back. Your laptop and stuff will still be there. That is just so cool. So I just arrived at this cute little fishing village. Anybody who's watched my channel knows I'm a sucker for fishing villages. One, I really love fishing. And two, I think finding a fishing village in Thailand, especially on the islands, is a really good way to get to experience a more realistic Thai life, you know? I think that the fishing villages are kind of the last of what is left of the not tourist, truly authentic part of the islands. And this section is so beautiful. There's places actually to get massages. So you guys see all those clouds? Katie just messaged me to let me know that it is currently raining at our resort. So this might turn out to be a little bit more of an adventure than I really wanted it to be. So we're gonna see what happens. But it doesn't look like that it is localized to our resort. I feel like it might start raining. Fun times. I swear I checked the weather. I absolutely love fishing villages. It's just such a unique experience.
What's the use in trying to write another song when I've got 100 others that are only half done? They've been stripped for parts and left to rust somewhere in the junkyards of my mind. I don't recommend you look for them, you never know what you might find. What's the use in trying to explain who I am? I am just a combination of every book I've ever read, every skyline I've looked upon, and every tune I've ever hummed. Every alleyway I've stumbled down, and every girl I've ever loved. But I wish that I could tell you how I feel. And I wish that I could lay it all out. I wish that I could open up my heart to you. I wish that I could sing it for you now. Sometimes there just ain't nothing left that needs to be said. But I've got a concrete mixer rolling thoughts around my head. When he spits them out, I catch them in a notebook, and I call it a new song. All my deepest fears and worries set to melodies. Oh,
It's raining over there. Where that cloud is. Guess where we're going? Toward that cloud. I feel like the roosters kind of add to the aesthetic.
You and me go together like 1, 2, 3, here forever. You and me stay together like pen to paper. We're forever. I could live a life full of wonder. Without you, nothing will do. What if we ran away? Just us, no plans inside. What if we took our dreams, the stories we could write? No matter where we go, we know that our love will find. You and me stick together like BB and jelly. Nothing better. You and me love each other.
So it is pouring rain and I'm stuck in the cafe, but I'm stuck in the cafe with cats. I'm so happy right now.
Nothing will do. What if we ran away? Just us, no plans inside. What if we took our dreams, the stories we could write?
So this is not particularly a cat cafe. They just have cats and there's a separate room. So you have to ask to come in here. You can come in here and sit with your drink and hang out with the cats, but just because you come here does not mean that you have to hang out with the cats. If you don't want to interact with the cats, you can just actually stay out in the cafe. Of course I was going to come and interact with the cats, but it is optional and the cats are not loose in the cafe. The cafe does take care of these cats and these are rescue cats. So by supporting the cafe, you are supporting the rescue of these cats.
Away, just us, no plans inside. What if we took our dreams, the stories we could write? No matter where we go, we know that our love will find.
It's been a rough start to the day. It's rained, I got soaking wet, and now it's sunny, which really just means that I'm now wet and it's humid and sticky. So this is the first beach that you come to that tourists generally stay in. It has its own little city, its own beaches, its own resort. There's multiple ATMs, there's restaurants. Now, I haven't actually stayed here. We actually skipped and went down to the next beach. But if you are looking for a section to stay in, I have to say, I really like the downtown area for this beach. I overall think it's really nice. Falcon would love these. That was actually the fishing pier that I went down earlier. I really love this section, actually. I kind of wish we would have stayed here. The ocean's a little rough right now, but I'm sure it's not always like that. That looks fun and questionably safe. Honestly, this whole thing is a little questionable, but cool though. The water's really pretty. I mean, maybe I'm a little bit of a snob. I wish the sand was a little bit more white, a little bit of a brown, but other than that, it's stunning. Would definitely stay here if we came back.
It's time to make a change. I'm gonna move away and change my name. I said the world's in a tangle. What's going on? I'm going to a foreign land, make it my home. You can be having a good day, as jolly as you can be. I bet you'll get the blues when you turn on the TV, 'cause the world's in a tangle. Oh, what's going on? I'm going to a foreign land and make it my home. Let me hear that mandolin a while. while we're living, but we have to get it when we die. The world's in a tangle. Oh, what's going on? I'm gonna go to a foreign land, make it my home. Mr. Banjo Man.
This is so cool. Like, this is how trusting everyone is. So here in Thailand, you can have self-service things and people actually pay like they're supposed to and bring stuff back. From here, you can rent a kayak or take a paddleboard. If you've never done it, I suggest that you take the kayak and not the paddleboard, because paddleboards can be rough for beginners. But you can paddle up the mangroves and go to the waterfall, or you can paddle out to the intercoastal and go to the ocean. You can kind of choose wherever you want to go. If they're not here, you just take the paddle boards or kayaks and life jackets and you just go. Just bring them back when you're done. It's a really cool experience. So these are kayaks. Not the best quality kayaks. The paddle boards are a little bit better. This is actually the opposite direction of the beach, but it's not very far. This is actually the second major beach city that you come to. And a lot of people refer to it as Tinkerbell Beach or Peter Pan Beach. And that's because Tinkerbell Resort is here, and so is the Peter Pan Resort, which are very, very nice resorts that a lot of people highly recommend. The city here is a little bit small, but it's very upscale. It has a few really nice restaurants and a few really nice resorts. Now, if you go away from the beach a little bit, like back where the paddleboards and stuff were, you actually can get a lot cheaper accommodations. So now we're actually gonna head over to the beach. And the beach here doesn't disappoint. I have to say, when I arrived on this island, that was the prettiest beach I'd ever seen. And now it's only second to other spots on this particular island. It sucks that it's so cloudy and kind of rainy today because you just really can't see like how beautiful this beach is until it's sunny. And the water is like this turquoise blue. You can see the bottom of the ocean at least till you're like chest deep out there. But I can't control the weather. Also, pros and cons. So it would look beautiful for you guys, but I would also be burning alive. So there's that. So this spot is Millions Beach. This is one of our favorite beaches. One, it's not super touristy. A lot of people don't realize it's even back here. There's the resort, of course, and then there's this Millions Beach Cafe, which has Wi-Fi. It has coffees and snacks. They usually have a lot of like bean bags and nice chairs out here that you can sit in. They also have chicken nuggets for Falcon whenever they get hungry and hateful. Kind of just has everything we need. But from this cafe, you actually can rent snorkel gear. You also can rent a kayak. If you go out there around those rocks, there's all kinds of fish and sea urchins and coral. It's really cool. You can't actually stay here though, unless you stay in this resort right here. Never been to that resort, so I don't know anything about it. But I have been to this cafe quite a bit. And coffee's okay. It's a little expensive, but you are paying for the luxury to get to just sit on the beach right there. So I'm okay with it. I like the spot on the beach. I like that I have beach chairs and tables and all that, and I have Wi-Fi, so sometimes I'll bring my laptop to do work and stuff. I think next we're gonna head down to where our current beach resort is.
Let me talk to you. I say everything's gonna be alright. Yeah, one bad day ain't the end of your life. I say you can make it.
rest of your life. If they tell you something, think they clever, know that they ain't, 'cause they ain't right. And I say everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. I say everything gonna be alright. Alright, everything's gonna be alright. I don't tell them, they don't need to know what you got going. What you got going on, you just move. You just move in silence. Go ahead and stack your paper. We don't worry about no haters, even though they wanna be just like you. Keep on bringing them good vibes through. I say, we know they kinda be just like you, but we gonna make it through because everything's gonna be alright. I say everything's gonna be alright. I say everything's gonna be alright. You know everything's gonna be alright.
This beach is actually really cool. The little path to get here is also kind of interesting and unique for sure. The other side, you can actually go the other way, but it actually takes you down a gravel road to the middle of like nowhere. But it's pretty secluded, honestly. There's a pharmacy right here if you need one. You can get basically anything in a pharmacy here. We are currently almost to the other end of the island. We got a couple of more stops to make. We're gonna go to this really cool fishing village and this scenic overlook. This is kind of the last part of the island. Hopefully it's as cool as I think it's gonna be. I wonder what the beware danger is. So I'm super excited to be at this fishing village. It's one of the last real fishing villages on the islands. And so I'm super excited to get to explore it a little bit and probably eat some really good seafood. You know, I bet Thai people think we're really weird. We'd be videoing them washing their dishes outside as if it's interesting. I'm sure they would prefer that we just came and did it instead of filming them do it, you know? Look at this incredible view though. There's big fish in there. Look at that big fella. Well, I think the people that live here actually all have these nets outside of their house and they catch fish and they keep the fish in the nets, like to eat them, like as they want, and it keeps the fish good. It's kind of ingenious. Not great condition, but there's not a lot of fish in there, so I'm sure they're eating them pretty fast. There's a monkey chained up back there. That was incredible. That is the world's loudest boat. It has been a really long day, but I'm really excited to eat here. The fishing village is really cool. It's the coolest fishing village I've been to. It's very authentic, and there's actually still a lot of people that live here. I think there's 2 restaurants. There's a couple other things too, but I think that the community of people here are actually living like by fishing a lot for these restaurants. So that's really cool. This has definitely been a very different day than I expected. Koh Kood is definitely the most beautiful, most authentic island we've been to in Thailand. It's probably the most beautiful place I've ever been to in my life. Definitely going to be our favorite. We are definitely going to come back. I like that it does have some tourist amenities, but it is not over touristy. Like I feel like Koh Chang has reached a point where it's real touristy, and it's really hard to find seclusion and like a place to just hang out on the beach that's not like right next to someone else. Koh Kood is way better than that, and the beaches are way prettier than they are in Koh Chang. Although you can't really tell that today because of the weather. I'm not 100% sure that it's actually not gonna rain again. I'm probably gonna be stuck down here in this little fishing village for hours because it's gonna start pouring rain. This fishing village is hands down like my favorite part. I don't think Katie is gonna stay on a fishing village though. She prefers the beach. I did get her to stay on that pier for a couple of days, which I got to fish every day. She thought it was really boring. I'm really excited to see where our next adventure is. We're about to leave Koh Kood and head back up to Bangkok for a couple of weeks, and then we're gonna head over to Vietnam. If you guys are interested, I might do a video about like what I think the best areas are to stay in. It's amazing. Cupcake cap. Wow, this looks incredible. So I'm gonna show you guys what I got. So I got the mango salad, fried fish. This looks amazing. And then I got a little bit adventurous, and I got a sea urchin. Never had sea urchin. I found a sea urchin when we were kayaking, and then I later realized, I was like, you can eat those. They charge 50 baht per little sea urchin. I have wanted to try one ever since. We'll see how this goes. They have sauce and stuff for it. I'm not really sure what is what though. No need to ask what that green shit is. That's that green stuff that's with sushi all the time that tastes like trash. That is what it is. That's a no. I think that's soy sauce. That's okay. That's spicy. Can you touch it? I don't know if you can touch it. I'm afraid of my food. That's concerning. Sea urchin. To be honest with you, it smells a bit fishy. I don't want to immediately just be like, no. My initial thought is no. It tastes like salty fish goo-goo. Let me just try it with some hot sauce. That was better because I don't have any taste buds left. Listen, I'm really trying to be open-minded, but I don't really know about the sea urchin situation. Maybe it's an acquired taste. Maybe I'll just eat the fish.